Saturday. Doing the race comms for MRC GT3 World Series. Hope you're well. I'm just having a good day. Just checking my audio. It's been very boring. Just bear with me a second. Yep, yeah, we are all good. Right, okay. So, we shall start off with a flying lap of Brands Hatch, or as I've described it in the description, Brands Stupid Hatch, because it is a stupid track. It's really a bike track. I don't think it's a great car track. And we're going to go on board with a flying lap here from P1 Skippy, and I'll take you through the circuit. So we're just coming through clearways onto Clark Corner, up past the fast start finish straight, Paddock Hill bend. Horrible. The reason it's so bad, this track, there's so many bends where you get it wrong. You're off in the pity. It's a Druids, slowest corner on the track. Coming down now to, this is the Cooper Straight. And then what I find the most difficult corner on the circuit, to be honest, is this one, 30. It's so tempting to put the power on too early, and go wide, or just brake too late and just drift wide. Just come down the longest straight on the track. That's Pilgrim's Drop into Hawthorns. And this one here, nice tidy Apex F and Skippy. This is Westfield, but I'm sure I'm going to keep saying Westlife. For that section, down through Dingley. As you can see, something's come off already. That's the Sheen curve, the one where the most incidents occur. To Sterling's, this nice drive there through Sterling's, down through to Clearways, and then we're back onto a start-finish straight again. So that's the situation. We shall just quickly run through the field before we crack on. Let's go to this view as they qualified and take you through the runners and riders. Let's get a better view. Let's go up to Roadrunner. So Roadrunner qualified first in his Mercedes. Surfer was second in the Mitzi. T50 Gary in his Subaru in third. Supercams in a Subaru again in fourth. SJB, hopefully not quite as laggy as last week, in his Lexus in fifth. Yours truly, Berserker Boy, with the Heinz Pittsburgh Steelers Mustang here in sixth place. Shaggy here in seventh place in the Mercedes. Skippy in the Chevy in eighth place. Fast JMS, don't think he was with us last week. Can't remember if he was here with us last week. Hello Mark, how you doing mate? Hope you're feeling better by the way. Is in a Nissan GTR. I don't think he was here last week, but nice to see him here. Welly Bob back here in Lexus in 10th place. Mickey Moo in an Aston here in 11th. D-Maniac in the best livery of the apart from my own, obviously. The best livery of the group here in another Aston Martin in 12th. Dinky in Genesis in 13th. Blackie in the Top Gun Chevy here in 14th, and Pip, another new member, in a Jag here in 15th place. So good field. Let's get this out of the way now. This Brands Hatch, it's not the best track, and the reason it's not the best track is because it's quite narrow, and we got some GT3 cars going very fast around this circuit. It's just an accident waiting to happen, and if you, for example, if you get it slightly wide, you're off into the grass. It's not great. It was a real test of just concentration. There's no real place to just relax. It's full-on concentration for the whole race. So we shall see how we get on, and I'm expecting a few people to run out of talent quite quickly. From the word go. I don't watch this replay. Oh, Surfer gets a really poor start there, and they're all squabbling for position. Surfer's the second on the grid, and he's already dropped back. Where has he got to? Guy's well back. He's gone back. Let's have a quick look at Surfer. What happened? Sorry, Let's go back again to Surfer. He was second. Here we go. Surfer was second on the grid. Just forgets to drop it, and he's already back now from second down to sixth by Paddock Hill Bend. Oh, gets a little punt there for the fun of it. Everyone just about stays on. Fast JMS is up on the inside, but Surfer's trying to go back around the outside as SJB goes wide around Druids as well. Coming down the hill now. I'm starting to get into line, thankfully. Oh, Fast JMS bundles Surfer off. Oh, a little bit rough there. Let's go back to Fast JMS. Comes around here. Was he pushed at all? Coming down here, just bundles Surfer just off a little bit. Yeah, just bundles Surfer off. Surfer's well off, so he kind of gets pushed out wide there. Stewards may have to look at that one. And then my worst corner, Surtees, as you can see, we're going to have a little bit of coming together there. Berserker has a little touch through for SJB. As everyone's now finally through. So we'll go up to the boys in front. We've got Roadrunner down Paddock Hill. So Pilgrim's Drop through Hawthorns in the Mercedes, coming up to Westlife. I know, Westfield, I just prefer to say Westlife. Down through Dingledale. So for the first time, here we go, the Sheen Curve. It should really just have a camera here because you know there's a lot of things going to happen at Sheen Curve. Gary's through, Shaggy's through, and they're off already. Who's off? That's Supercam. Then we got Chaos. Lots of drivers running out of talent fast. Let's have a look. It looked like Supercams was the first of the drivers to go wide. No, Fast JMS wide. Supercams punts in. Everyone piles in because they feel like they're missing out. We're on board here with Blackie, who's no, goes straight on nearly into Supercams, but Fast JMS Supercams all losing. What the hell is Supercams doing? That is losing talent with styles. Supercams. Let's go back onto this view here. Drifts wide. Punts JMS. JMS goes off. Oh, he's now stuck in the middle of the road. Nowhere to go. That's a full 720. Oh, top style marks there for Supercams. Still trying to figure out how to go the right way. So while we wait for him to sort that out, let's go back up to the front, and we've got Roadrunners back in the lead, going around Paddock Hill Bend. Going on board with Gary in the Nitsy. Already a bit of a gap now between these two. Roadrunner and Gary pulling a lead already out in front of Shaggy here, who's got Berserker in the Mustang and SJB close behind. Oh, Berserker gets sideways. Nice star points there from the Pittsburgh Steelers Mustang. TJ Watt inspired livery there. This Berserker's looks like he's got a nice drive here on Shaggy. Yeah, he's got a good run on Shaggy. Can he make it stick through Pilgrim's Drop into Hawthorns? Makes it move, goes underneath Shaggy, makes a nice clean overtake there. Shaggy gives him a little bit of a nudge. That's Berserker Boy up to third place. Go back down through the field. SJB's in fifth. Welly Bob in sixth. Surf has regained it after disaster start, back to seventh. Mickey Moo in eighth. Pip up to ninth, the new boy. Oh, and Mickey Moo's got it wrong. It's all kicking up and go. Welly Bob's got it wrong. Oh my word! They're having a meeting at Sheen Curve. Here's Welly Bob coming through. That was Westfield. Down through Dingledale, up to the Sheen Curve. Far too wide. Gets it wrong onto the grass. Surfer just about gets through. Let's go back to see where, because it was, who was it else who came off there? Let's go back, sorry for the flicking. That's the view I want. So yeah, who's that? Mickey Moo up has gone off. So is Skippy, they're all coming off at Sheen Curve. Oh, it's disaster. They're parking up, they've had enough. They want to play sandcastles at the Sheen Curve. This is quality road racing here. Brands Hatch. Everyone is just making a right mare of the Sheen Curve, apart from the boys up front, back round Druids. Roadrunner showing everyone how it's done now. This is the 20-minute sprint race, by the way, just in case you're wondering what's going on. This isn't the endurance one. So at the moment, Roadrunner hanging on to first place in front of Gary. So Gary's got a nice, seems to be a little bit closer there through Surtees. But I don't think the Subaru, sorry, I think, is he in the Subaru or is he in the Mitsu? Let's have a look. He's in the Subaru. I don't think the Subaru's got quite the same drive as the Mercedes in front. Nice and tidy, 1 and 2 through there, down through Dingledale to the Sheen curve. Oh. Everyone's nice and clean there. Round Sterling's coming down to Clearways. It's a Berserk Boy still hanging on to third place. He's got a tiny bit of a gap now between him. Goes through Clearways, using all of the track between himself and Shaggy. Shaggy's being caught by SJB here in the Lexus. Is SJB going to make a move on Shaggy at Paddock Hill? He does. He dives up the inside, manages to avoid too much contact. Just loses a bit of time now to Shaggy around Druids. Surf is in 6th now, so Pip is in 7th in the Jag. Gone from last to 7th place. He'd be happy with that. It's only 4 laps down. D-Maniac was also didn't qualify well in that glorious Aston Martin. Closely following the Jag, so the 2 brick cars there. Going round through Surtees. Glorious with this Aston Martin. On board now with Maniac. Can he get close to Pip? Up into Hawthorns? No. Nice tidy line there from Pip as well. Up to Westfield. And clipping the apexes. No room for error on this circuit. He's on Cleany through the Sheen. Ooh! No! Shaggy's off! I can see what's going on there. So Shaggy, Mr. Lover. Has he got it wrong? Has Shaggy binned it by himself? So what's... Oh, hang on. What's happened to SJB? SJB was really close by. So yeah, something's happened. I've missed all of this. So let's go back there. Oh, there we go. So SJB coming up to Surtees has just got it wide, I believe. Yep. Oh, no, he spins it up. Gets on the grass. There's now a really big gap between him and Shaggy. Still on the grass, trying to make it stick. So loses a hell of a lot of time there, but manages to keep it pointing in the right direction. It just allows Surfer to get back up to 5th. In the meantime, Shaggy goes through Westfield down to Dingledale. Now pressure's off a little bit because the cars behind him are not there. Just getting it horribly wrong at the Sheen curve and straight into the kitty litter. All by himself. It's just that he's still getting it all wrong by himself. Running out of talent fast. Oh, as all the cars stream past him. All by himself. Now, hopefully he's going to regain... Oh, and lose that Blackie's off as well. We should just have a camera here. Let's just have a camera at the Sheen curve. So what happened to Blackie? Why did Blackie come? Did he just get it wide as well? Because Blackie... on his own, again, it's not helped, not done anything, not pushed off by anyone, just leaves the braking far too late into the kitty litter. Joins Shaggy because he thinks Shaggy's probably a bit bored there on his own. Mickey Moo coming up behind, only bringing fast JMS. He's a fast driver, to be fair. Back here in 12th place now, bringing Dinky with him. So a nice battle here brewing for the lower positions. They're all quite close. Goodness me, 6 minutes gone and so much has happened already. Stay here with this little battle as what's brewing. It looks even like Dinky's starting to gain a little bit of fast JMS as well. Let's go on board with Dennis as they come around Druids down the hill. Drops down the hill. It was a bit slow to get the power down as Dennis. I can see there, look, Mickey Moo. In the Aston Martin, closing in on the Corvette. Oh, getting very close to Mark's tailpipes. Slow to get the power down, but this is I've been told with the Aston Martin it's through gears 4 and 5 where it really seems to struggle. And you can see the mark in the Corvette just eased away down Pilgrim's drop. He's got 2 or 3 cars ahead. We're all brewing nicely here. We just stay here as everyone goes through the sheen curve again. Yep, they all manage it this time. Go back down through the field. Ready Bob through. Super Kansas 15. God, Super Kansas was doing so well in the last race. Just lost it big time at this corner here. Gets it right this time. So in the meantime, oh, what's happened? Let's go back. Oh, I don't remember what happens. We go on board with Berserker Boy. So Berserker Boy here, starting to lose touch with the boys in front. Roadrunner's in first place. Gary's in second. All of a sudden the yellow flags come out. Can't see what's happening. I didn't realise there's a Mercedes there, and T-bones it like a proper destruction derby. Oh, it's just glorious. Glorious T-boning there. Full speed straight into the Mercedes. What happened to Roadrunner? How did Roadrunner bin it? Is it the sheen curve again? Just catching people out. He's gone tentatively in. He's hit the grass, spins it round, runs out of talent. As Berserker Boy locks and loads and fires one, bang, straight into the Mercedes. Sends him flying, completely wrecks the front of that Mustang. Just about holds on to second place for a moment. But Surfer, who had a horrific beginning of the race, got it all the way through now. He's right up the tailpipes of Berserker. And this is, let's have a look at this. So this is the moment for Surfer to try and push Berserker. As Berserker's probably rattled after destroying that Mercedes. Coming up to Druids now. Let's see what the Mustang's like compared to the Mitzi. This is definitely the Mitzi, I can tell by the sound. On board with Surfer. He was streaming this live, by the way. You could always see if I can put the link to his live stream on Twitch, I believe it was. But as you can see, he gets the power. Oh, Surfer just misses getting the power down there. Allows the Mustang or Berserker to get away. So 8 minutes in, let's go back through the field. We have got in first place Gary now in the Subaru, all on his own here in first place. He's not done the fastest lap. Berserker Boy's in second place in the Mustang. Taking it tentatively there through sheen curve round Sterling's. Coming down the back straight into clearways. With Surfer right behind him in third place in the Mitzi. SJB has been off a couple of times in the Lexus, is in fourth. Pit is doing well here in fifth place, considering this is his first race in the Jag. And we got flashing his lights at no one in front, because there's no one in front of him. He's getting excited because he knows that Roadrunner, the pole sitter and the fastest lap driver, is right behind him here at Druid, so he knows he's got the pressure on. But he's also bringing D-Maniac with him. Here goes Roadrunner. Has he got the run on Pip down the Cooper straight? He has. Turn out the inside here. That's Surtees. Nice move there from Roadrunner, but Pip is fighting back with the Jag as much as he can. Let's go on board with Maniac, get a grandstand view of this. This is the 5th, 6th, 7th into Hawthorns. Tricky corner, it's a very fast corner. Need to get the apex right though, as they all break now for Westfield, Westlife. Oh, it looks like Maniac's got the move could get past Pip. I've got a feeling he's got the pace that could get him past Pip and start to challenge the drivers up front, but it's not here at the moment. So yeah, that's 7th place. Then we got Skippy, our bush kangaroo, who I'm going to show you, try and see if we can show you his bonnet. I don't know if there's a picture of himself on the bonnet. Skippy here is in 8th place. Fast JMS here in ninth. Doing well. Dinky. Oh, oh, that is quality crashing, Dinky. That is the crashing of the highest order. Nearly crashing yourself into a pit stop that you didn't need. Let's watch that in style from first person view. Here we go. Dinky round clear lanes. Oh, Dinky, you nearly pitted by error. Oh, that's so close. That is close for no cigar. Oh dear, keep off the racing line, Dinky. There's the other guy's street. I'm going to be chuckling about that for ages now. Mickey Moo in 11th. Oh, he's got a 3-second penalty. What's he got a 3-second penalty for? He's not even pitted. Where would you have picked that up from? Where's Mickey Moo got a 3-second penalty from? Oh no, that's not fair. Oh dear, that's what it is. Mickey's been given a 3-second penalty for overtaking the Dinky for crashing. Oh dear, that is unfair. That is really unfair. He's going to lose that position. He's going to lose a lot of time. Obviously 3 seconds, but it's going to be more because where the slowdown of the circuit is on one of the fastest sections. But he's going to lose. Oh, he's lost it big time now. Poor old Mickey Moo. He's really binned it. It's gone from bad to worse for Mickey. Oh, this circuit, it hates people. It will spit you out. It is nasty. And Mickey Moo's just discovered just how nasty it can be. In half a lap, he's gone from, where was he, 10th place to 14th, and he's going to lose even more time now. Trying to see where Supercams is. Where's Supercams? He's come around the start-finish straight. He's already in danger of the guys up front, I believe. Nope, he's not. In the meantime, Berserker's still hanging on to second place. Oh, he's been caught now. You can see 2 cars in his rearview mirrors. This is a slow section for me, I have to say. Really struggled through Druids and down up to the Cooper Straight. From the Cooper Straight onwards, the Mustang seems to shine. You can see here the Mitzi's right on my tailpipes. I had to get this corner right every single time. Otherwise, Surfer in his Mitzi was right there. But you can see the Mustang. Even with the Mitzi right in the slipstream, the Mustang just cruises away. Gets me out of trouble every time. Down to Hawthorns or slow through there. There's Surfer's right on it, coming up to the apex of Westlife. Oh, Surfer. Oh, it's so close to the edge of the track. Oh, it's so close to getting it all wrong. Berserker still just, oh, he goes wide, there goes Berserker through Sterling. Surely this is the moment now for Surfer to find an opportunity to pounce on Berserker, but Berserker's really pushing hard, gets a lovely drive there around the Clark curve onto the start-finish straight into the Paddock Hill bend. Berserker taking all of the road at Paddock Hill, nearly off, nearly bins it. Coming up to Druids, Berserker's rattled as Surfer's right in the tailpipes. Thought about stuffing up the inside of Druids. Let's go to the cinematic view. You can see SJB's joined the party. We've still got 7 minutes to go. And Roadrunner, the fastest man on the circuit, who's done a 1:22.855, is slowly catching this group as well. But as you can see, right here we go, the power of the Mustang takes Berserker down through Pilgrim's Drop to Hawthorns and gives him a bit of breathing room before the rear of his car is assaulted again from Surfer at the first half of the circuit. Nose to tail. We'll come back to this in a minute. Oh, we're through Machine Curve, down through Sterling's. Yeah, they're definitely all closing up this group. This group is definitely being very, very tight. I want to move away. I need to move away. So there we go. Gary in first place with 6 minutes to go. Berserker in second. Bring in Surfer with him in third. SJB is close to close to all of this as well in 4th. Roadrunner's got back up through the field after coming off all by himself and being destroyed by Berserker, full broadside there in 5th place. Maniac is in 7th. Skippy is moved up to 6th. Skippy's moved up to 7th. Pip is back down to 8th. So Skippy's got past Pip now. Oh, Skippy goes a bit wide. Down through. That has got a name, that corner. I can't remember what it is. But we're now on the Cooper Straight. There goes Pip in 8th. Welly Bob's in 9th. I just saw another battle brewing. Fast JMS is bringing Shaggy with him. I don't know why I did a James Bond Shaggy then. I have no idea where that came from. Blackie back here in 12th. Sounds like he's losing it. Yeah, they're just losing it wide. Dinky is having trouble here, like everyone else in 13th. Supercam's in 14th. We've lost someone. Someone's dropped out because there was 15. Who's dropped out? If anyone can remember someone put in the comments who was who dropped out, because I've forgotten who it was. Someone's not here. We'll come back to that later. So anyway, in the meantime, he's had it all his own way. He's been out on his own. Gary, with 4 minutes to go in the Subaru, cruising around now. I wish I could have a timing to see how many seconds he is in front of Berserker. But there's Berserker coming around Druid, and there's Gary just going through that Surtees. So you can see it's quite a gap between 1st and 2nd. But Berserker's now seems to have got a little bit of a gap between himself and Surfer. Now Surfer's got to worry about SJB. Let's go on board with SJB. Oh, as we come through Surtees. Oh, this is brewing nicely indeed. Lexus has got a very powerful car. So you can see SJB's thinking about going up the inside there. Hawthorne's, we're lagging all over. It's difficult to know where exactly Surfer is. Surfer goes defensive. I'm going to go from this view. Don't want to have that lagging picture. What is that livery you've got there, Surfer? If you're watching, what is that all over your car? Is that some sort of flower? Is that some sort of design? Looks like you've got wallpaper. You've got some sort of 1930s wallpaper on your car. Interesting. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's interesting. What is that? Anyway, Surfer, Matt, he was hassling Berserker Boy for 2nd place, now being hassled himself at Paddock Hill Bend. Still got 3 minutes to go. Japanese Blossom from Super GT event. Oh, that's nice. It still looks like 1930s wallpaper though, but it's nice. Surfer's manfully hanging on from SJB there. SJB just can't quite find an opportunity. I'm sure he wants to make a lunge at some point. Come back to that in a moment, but Roadrunner's now got a gap. It's not really got enough time to catch up to the boys in front. Maniac's not got much. He's on his own as well at the moment. He's got Skippy behind him. Can Skippy get anywhere close to Maniac in the last 2.5 minutes? If no one's noticed, I would love to know if there's a picture of someone on the bonnet of that Corvette. Is that a picture of yourself, Skippy? I've taken a still, which I'm going to put in the thread after this to show everyone. I'd love to know, is that you or is that someone else? You see there, someone on the hood of that car, right in the centre, someone in the t-shirt. You come back to, I heard some squealing tyres. Oh, Surfer gets it wrong. Oh dear, all by himself. As SJB is fighting to get up to Surfer. Look, the pressure's finally got to Surfer and he gets it wrong. The clearways just a bit too wide. The grip of the car just hits this kitty litter. He's keeping it pointed in the right direction. His Surfer, he's still there, still trying to get it back on. Is he going to hang on to 5th place? He might do. Here comes. No, he's not. Roadrunner's through, so he's already lost 2 places. All right, Aaron, don't worry, mate. You haven't missed the real shenanigans. This is the sprint race. You've still got another race to go. Near the end of this one. The only thing you've really missed is I absolutely unloaded a full broadside into Roadrunner at full tilt and absolutely smashed the front of my car, and it was glorious. Good. It was his best, really good crashing. Oh no, the other best bit of crashing was Dennis nearly crashing himself into the pits. That was, you need to go and watch that. That was hilarious. Anyway, right, 1 minute to go. Let's go back up to our race leader. He's on his own. 40 seconds. Where is he on the track now? Coming up to Clearways, so he's got another lap to go. But some of these drivers, this will be their last lap. So Gary here, 30 seconds, will be starting his last laps. Magnificent drive from Gary. Berserk has been under pressure from Surfer. He's now got one more lap to go. Oh, there's the back end of that Mustang starts to look a little bit leery. Berserker's in second place. Been harassed by Surfer most of the race. Has now been harassed by SJB for another lap. Roadrunner's in fourth. Now this looks like Roadrunner will be the first of the finish. Oh no, Skippy's finished. Let's go back. Blimey, let's go back. So Skippy is going to be the first of the finishers. So Skippy finishes in seventh. Where's Pip? Here's Pip is going to finish in eighth. Welly Bob. It's a quiet race for Welly Bob. He's going to finish here in ninth place. All on his own. There's Bob in ninth. Fast JMS will finish in 10th. It's going very slowly. There he goes in 10th. Shaggy in 11th. Blackie will finish in 12th. Good looking livery on that there, Mark. Dinky in 13th. Supercam's in 14th. We lost someone in the race. If someone can remember who it was that we lost. Who it was we lost. But in the meantime, here he comes around now. For the last time is our race winner of the race one is Gary in first place. Berserker being harassed here from SJB, but he's not quite close enough. Berserker in the beautiful Mustang is going to finish in second place. Here he comes, Berserker. There's Berserker in second, SJB in third. Roadrunner was in the lead, but it's got back to fourth. Surfer finishes just in front of D-Maniac on the last lap. Battle there, missed that one. So that's your runners and riders for the first race. Right then, on to the second one. Oh, the fastest lap of that race there was Roadrunner on a 1:22.855. So then, that was the first sprint race. While we load up the next race, I will have a quick drinks break. Because this was just as much of a... This was just a disaster, I think, this race for some people as much as the first race. Right, but before we get going, let's just have a quick drink. Looked like some good racing. There was some racing happening. There was. You missed the first 3 laps. There was. I think it was a case of in the first 3 laps who didn't come off at the Sheen curve, Aaron. Because it seemed like most people did. And this, we're going to go through the field. I'm actually going to go through the field because I want to just check on something here. As you can see, Mickey Moo, this is the... It's not an issue of the series, so this is an issue of the people have to be aware of. Let's just pause it there so I can go to this view here. So we've got Mickey Moo on Racing Softs. We've got Supercams on Racing Softs. We've got Dinky Racing Softs. Blackie Racing Softs. Same thing happened for us in our feature race too. We'll see how it gets. We'll see this one. I don't know if it's that bad, to be honest. I know there's some issues. Everyone's on Racing Soft. Here's the first of the Racing Medium boys. That's Welly Bob in 7th. And then we've got Pip. And Maniac is another guy on Racing Mediums. Surfer on Racing Mediums. Yeah, this is the boys back here on Racing Mediums. All of us back here on Racing Mediums. There we go. Everyone's back here. So you've got a mix of tyres. The slower drivers on fast tyres and the faster drivers on... I'll get my words right. The faster drivers on slower tyres. God, you try saying that. That is a tongue twister. In the meantime, right, here we go. So, Blackie storms through to the lead and storms off into the sandpit. Oh, disaster for Blackie. He had a great start there. It goes from hero to zero in one fell move. Berserker also went wide. He bins it himself at Paddock Hill Bend, which is just allowed super cams up the inside here of Mickey Moo. The sun's setting over Brands Hatch as they come down to Cooper Straight. A little bit of bumping and barging into one of the worst corners here, the Surtees Bend, but everyone's through so far. Let's just check down the field. Yep, everyone's with us so far. Yep, all good so far. So we go back up to Fast James. Oh, everyone's piling into Hawthorns. Mickey moves side by side with JMS through Hawthorns into Westlife. Is everyone going to manage to keep it together? So far so good, everyone's on, but here we go then. Sheen Curve, stand by your beds, let's go through the fields we go through. Is everyone staying on? Yes, they've done it. It's a miracle. Miracles do happen. Everyone stayed on at the Sheen Curve at the lap 1. Wow, there's a cold stream down into the Kent sunset. Ooh, is SJP looking Larry in that Lexus again? There's a lot of bustling going on. And Maniac look like his bundle, but we're on board with Shaggy. It's gone wide into Paddock Hill Bend. This field's starting to spread out a bit now. So we go back up front, give these boys some love up front. Super Cams in the Subaru, sorry. In first place, got a bit of a gap now between him and Fast JMS in the GTR. Mickey Moo in the Astons hanging on to third place. Someone's hit the cones there. Coming round down through Pilgrim's Drop, coming up to Pilgrim's Drop now. Streaming down, fastest part of the circuit, fastest left-hand, the right-hand corner. Sorry, Pip's still hitting those headlights. Oh, the excitement's getting to him. Just go through here. Is everyone through? No, Berserker's been tagged and he spins off in the background. Full 360 goes Berserker. Gary from that last place is up to 8th already. Oh, as soon as that's gone wide, that is Mickey Moo's gone wide. Mickey, how did Mickey? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to pause it. Let's go back here again. Mickey just gets it right into Sheen Curve. I knew someone would. Just allowed super cams now. Coming down to clearways through the Clark Curve. He's got a gap now between himself. Big gap actually for himself and Fast JMS. Then it's Pip. Coming to Paddock Hill. Still flashing. Oh dear. And we've got 15 runners and riders again. Who was it who's joined? He's still flashing his lights. He's getting very excited in that car. I hope he's not got someone in there he shouldn't have. Because in the meantime, Dinky Dennis is really close to the back end of that Jag. Can Dennis make a move on Pip into Surtees? No, backs off a little bit, does Dennis. The field's strung out now. Already, only on lap 3. 40-minute race this, endurance race. 2 sets of compounds need to be used. So although these boys are racing softs at the moment, they're going to have to change to racing mediums. Nice tidy driving here from the boys. Dennis keeping it together as we come up to the Sheen. He's wide, he's gone. He's binned it. Keeps it pointing in the right direction. Oh, Surfer now back up to 4th. Oh, and then he's binned it himself. Oh, was Surfer tagged there? He seemed to, the back end seemed to kick out. Is there anyone behind him? Does SJB tag him, or was it Dennis tagging him? No, Surfer does it all by... Oh no, it was! He was tagged by Dennis! Oh, Dennis! Disaster! Dennis tagged poor old Surfer. He's still trying to gather himself back there as Surfer. Oh, Dennis. Let's go back one more time. Surfer with his cherry blossoms Gets tagged there from Dennis, trying to go around the outside at Sterling's, facing the wrong way. Oh, what a horrible place to try and get back on the onto the circuit. Oh, what good drive there, Surfer, waiting for the people to come by. Dennis is probably having a little chat to himself here, thinking, what am I doing? Trying to find a good spot for himself to come back on as well. Took a very long time about it, as Blackie's now gone past. Berserker Boy's just gone past, and Tiki finally regathered himself. Right. And Shaggy's all the way back here. So, in the meantime, Super Cams. 4 laps gone. We are 5 minutes into the race. Got a huge lead. Considering how early we are into the race. Subaru looking resplendent there, coming down through Pilgrim's Drop in the evening sunshine, through Hawthorns. A bit wide through Hawthorns. Oh, he gets the apex later on. There we go. Up to Westlife. Never sure if you should hit the inside curve or not there. I'm not sure if it helps. It sometimes pushes you just a bit wider than you want to. Through the Sheen curve nice and cleanly. Fast JMS in second place. I'm looking at the map at the top right so you can see how far apart these cars are. You can see Supercam's just up the road there. It's going underneath the Advent Bridge, coming into clearways. Sorry, Fast JMS coming into clearways and now the Clark curve. This is where the closest battle is at the moment. We've got SJP's now caught up to the back of the flashing Pip. Let's see if he does it again. Does he flash his lights as he comes into turn 1? There he goes, he flashes his lights. As SJP cups up the inside, gets it sideways in that Lexus. I know there's a bit of lag going on in that Lexus, but blimey, SJP is very leery. Pip drifts it a bit too wide again. SJP cuts up the inside at Drew, so SJP's into third place. Pip's drop back to 4. Gary's back up to 5th. Doing ever so well. He's on racing mediums as well, remember, in that Subaru. Gone from last place up to 5th already, and we've only 5.5 minutes in. Goodness me, he's having a good race. He's bringing B-Maniac with him as well. Maniac, is that... what are you going to go for? Spitfire or Hurricane? Which one do you want? Spit or Hurricane? And I was right about those... the tail things on your car. He's got half-second penalty. This side is okay, where it goes red, white, and blue first. Red, white, and blue first. But on this side, the blue, white, and red. That's the French. You need to swap it around that side. It's French. Anyway, I digress again. Right. In the meantime, Roadrunner got up to 7th. He was one of the fastest guys in the last race, making his way up through the field on racing mediums in that Mercedes. Welly Bob having a quiet race again, back here in 8th. Surfers, after that disaster there from being tagged from Dennis, back in 9th. Skippy is chewing through those racing soft tyres and a Corvette, back here in 10th. Berserker Boy, after being tagged and put out into last place, is now back into 11th. Someone's into the pits already. Mickey moves already into the pits. Interesting time to this racing soft still had quite a lot of where to go. Not really sure why Mickey came into the pits, to be honest. He's gone to racing mediums already. Should have got more out of his tyres, I believe, than just then. But anyway, in the meantime, Super Cams, let's have a look, see who's got the biggest battle going on. I believe it's going to be back here. Oh, SJP goes wide. I've caught him just right, so does Pip. Oh, they're falling off the circuit as Gary is gifted 2 spaces. Oh, nice little bit of driving there for Gary. Gary, get on board with Gary from first person point of view. You can see Pip goes wide, SJP's gone wide, they're all going wide at the Sheen curve, and just gives Gary places as he easily makes his way through the field. He is bringing SJP with him though. There's SJP, and they're both really close. Remember, these 2 boys are on racing soft tyres, so now they need to attack Gary. They can stick with him. In the meantime, Pip going up the inside of SJP. There we go. Pip up the inside of SJB. Is he going to hang on through Paddock Hill, flashing his lights? SJB is looking very sporty coming to Druids. These two boys fighting though. It's just going to let Gary pull away a little bit. Here comes SJB. Got a better run than down the hill from Druid, but it's hard. It's really difficult to overtake there. Trying to undercut down the Cooper Straight. He's got the inside here for Surtees. Is he gonna make it stick? Flames spitting out of that Lexus. Difficult to know exactly where he is on the circuit. He's off, he's on, he's off, he's on. And on such a narrow track, it's so hard to race with SJB lagging like that. But Pip is not going to give up. He's going to try and go around the outside at Hawthorne's out. He was off the circuit at one point. They're side by side through Hawthorne's. Wow, what a great move. That is brilliant. Balls the size of kahunas from Pip driving there. Out round the outside. That was so good. I want to watch that again. Round the outside at Hawthorne's. Mate, that is a fantastic overtake. If you're watching this, Pip, round the outside of someone at Hawthorne's on the grass, flashing your lights, side by side with SJB, nearly off, and he's still got enough grunt in that Jag to get past. Yeah, you can flash your lights all you want. That was worth flashing your lights for. Great move there from Pip. Glad I caught that. SJB falls back into 5th place. Maniac's joining the party. Remember, he's on racing mediums. Those guys in front are racing softs. Roadrunners. Oh, like a great white shark in that Mercedes. He's catching those boys up in front. You can see, as you can see, up to 4th place up there. Is that 6th, 5th, 4th? Yeah, 4th place, just up the road. So it's all coming together now. You can see the map there, top right. There's a whole bunch of arrows really close together as we're on board a Roadrunner. In the meantime, just noticed Shaggy's just dropped in the fastest lap of the race so far, 1:23.747. But this is a battle worth keeping an eye on. Oh, the different strategies, all on the track at the same point. Fast drivers, slower drivers. Oh, Maniac's got it wrong. He goes agricultural. This Maniac. Willie Bob's joining the party as well. He's having another quiet race, but he's quietly there. Oh, Maniac's gone wide again. Aston Martin's going to be caught. Here is he from Welly Bob. Can Welly Bob get past the Lexus? Has he got the legs on the Aston Martin down through Pilgrim's drop? Can Welly Bob? No, Welly Bob can't go around the outside. Thinks better of it. Probably wise to as well. Difficult place to pass. I'm so impressed with that move there from Pip. And Welly Bob's on racing mediums. It's Maniac on mediums as well. He is. Welly Bob's still fighting Maniac. Oh! That could have ended in disaster, but he backs out again. Oh, and Maniac's all over the place. Nearly bins at a sheen curve. Coming into Sterling's. Welly Bob's looking very, very sporty in that Lexus. I can hear a car behind. Oh, what's that? What was that? Welly Bob, what did you... Let's go back. I missed that. There's Surfer coming up the inside. Surfer's just got a superb run there as Welly Bob backs out of it to let Surfer through. Surfer's on racing mediums. Maniac, did he indicate that? He did. Maniac indicated to go into the pits. Oh, it's all kicking off. So Surfer's back up on the main straight now. Let's go to Maniac, see what his tyre situation was. So he's down on... So 11 minutes in. Interesting pit strategy. What's he going to change to? Let's have a look as Maniac comes out the pits. He's gone back onto racing mediums. So that one stop for racing mediums, gone back out again on racing mediums. He's put more fuel in the car as well. Right, in the meantime, let's go back up front. And while we're back up front with our race leader who's on stubs on his front tyres, I'm going to have another quick drink break. So it's Supercams now, it's a Supercam show. He's gone very wide, he's going out for another lap. Staying out for one more lap, that could be costly. Fast JMS. Oh, that's interesting. Look at the tyre on that on the JMS. He's only down to half. Fast JMS is doing so well with the tyre wear on that the GTR, isn't it? On racing softs, we're 13 minutes in. And the worst tyre of his would be the rear left, just down to about a third to go. Gary on racing mediums here in third place. He's got a bit of a gap between himself and Fast JMS in front, and SJB behind. SJB on racing mediums. Oh, someone's changing positions here. Roadrunner's caught up to pit. So we've got, oh, the two power vehicles here. Roadrunner, deep throaty sounding Mercedes, catching up to Pip. It's bringing Surfer with them. As the evening sky starts to get a little bit gloomier now. I don't think it gets too dark. Oh, here we go. Down Pilgrim's Drop, through to Hawthorns. Pip, excited Pip, still flashing those lights. Surfers joined the part, trying to get involved as well. Roadrunner's definitely catching Pip. Here we go, coming up to the Sheen Curve, through Dingledale, Sheen Curve. Oh, Pip took a lot of inside curb then. Supercams are the race leaders in. So Fast JMS has stayed out. Not surprised he stayed out. Coming up to Clearways. Long start, finish straight. Oh, here we go on board of Roadrunner. Where's Supercam's going to come out? Has he come out of the pits? There's Supercam's just come out of the pits. In front of these two, just in front. Oh, that could have been really tricky. It was about a second or so later. Nice battle now for 4th, 5th, 6th. You've got 3rd up the road there as well. Oh, Roadrunner's really close, because also, can't forget Surfer, who's been cutting his way through the field. Cherry Blossoms, here we go, Roadrunner up the inside of Pip, can he make it stick? Pip's trying to go around the outside, Roadrunner's giving him space. That is respectful driving, great stuff there from Roadrunner. Good stuff, mate. He's let Pip know that he's there. You can see the map, the top right, this is where the battle is. There's a lot of drivers all suddenly having a mother's meeting here on the circuit. Quite close together, you can see, oh, that's the way I want to go. Surfer's caught right up to this group now. He's on racing mediums, this Roadrunner, oh, this might end in tears. This might end in tears and shoot through the Sheen Curve. Who's that? That's the Welly Bob's joining the party as well. They're really all covering. So it looks like Pip is holding everyone up here. Roadrunner's now trying to go around the outside at Clearways. Let's go for a better view. Oh, who's that? The Surfer's coming to the pits. It's just freed up these boys. You will be losing time, so it might be a good idea from Surfer. Instead of losing time in that battle, a little bit early for racing mediums to come off, I think. Rather than lose time in that battle, it might be a good idea to come in and get them done. I guess he's gone back out. Oh, he's gone back on racing mediums as well. So, no, fair enough. Just allowed. Berserker Boy from last place. It's still out on his original set of racing mediums, is now up to 8th place. Coming down now through to the Cooper Straight. Here we go. Not really had much luck in this race as Berserker. He's manfully trying to hang in there and pick up any kind of points that he can. Cleared his way through some of the backlog of the field, trying to make his way up through it. Anyway, in the meantime, back up here with Fast JMS in 1st place. He's got Gary now within his sights. Gary is carving through the field. Gone from last to 2nd. Well, he was gifted 3rd and 4th. He's in a really good position with his tyres. Fast JMS staying out still. So 1 and 2. You've got Fast JMS there, 3 paddock hill now. His left rear is definitely suffering. Really needs to come in the next stop. Oh, but we've got changes here. So Supercams is in 3rd. SJ, oh, I heard some squealing the tyres there. No, wasn't. That was okay. Supercam's still in 3rd now. Roadrunner in 4th. Welly Bob 5th. SJB's into the pits. Pip's into the pits. Pip's on down to nothing on his front left. Might have left it a lap too late there. There's Pip. Let's see what the Jag is like where he comes out when he comes out of the pits. Got a 3-second penalty. Yep, I've got a feeling I know what he did. Let's go back to see the pit entry. Yep, far too late in that pit entry. We go on board from bonnet cam. His front left, the reason he's far too late is he's lost all grip on that front left. He's drifting wide because it won't turn. Too late, clips the wrong part of the line and gives himself a penalty for doing so. Here comes Berserker, boys. Berserker coming in. This lap, no, staying out in the muzzy. He's got Surfer behind him on a fresh set of tyres. That's a picture that Surfer had a lot of that evening, the rear end of Berserker's Mustang. But not for much longer because Berserker's obviously coming into the pits at some point soon. Right, so let's run through the field. Fast JMS in first. We are over nearly halfway. Fast JMS in first place. Gary's in second. Super Cam's in third. He's the lead of the first pit stoppers. Roadrunner's in fourth. Welly Bob's in fifth. SJB is in sixth. Berserker Boy's in seventh. Although he's about to lose that seventh place because he's got to pit at some point soon. Surfer is in 8th, Maniac is in 9th, Pip is in 10th, flashing in Lord Flashheart there. Skippy has had a very quiet races here in 11th, Shaggy is in 12th, Mickey Moose dropped all the way back to 13th, Dinky's in 14th, oh, he's got to give way to faster drivers as some come up. Yeah, there's the race leaders starting to lap these boys. Black is in last place. They're all over the place. Dinky and Black, who was that? Dinky's off again. I was just getting out of the way of race leaders, I think. That's extreme. Anyway, back up here with Fast JMS. Has he stayed out a lap too long? That left rear is about to go. It is down to the last millimetre. He's still got sheen curve to go, which is where you don't want to drop it. Stay with Fast JMS as he comes around now. 20 minutes nearly done. There we go. He's lost. You can see a little waggle the moment he loses grip. He stayed out a lap too long. Is he staying on the track? Yeah, he's very, very cautious through the sheen curve. But he's definitely losing time, big time now. You can see Gary is catching him hand over fist. So Gary's really not had to work. Gary has kept it nice and clean. And all the other drivers have just binned it or lost it in front of him as Gary takes the lead. 20 minutes gone. Half the race done. And Gary is back in front of the race again for the second time in asking. I'm going to come back to Gary in a minute when he's on his racing stop because I also want to go on a hot lap with Gary to see what kind of racing lines he's doing. So I remember myself, I seem to be taking a different line into turn 1. Let's see what that Subaru can do. Right then, halfway through. Gary's in first, Super Cam's in first. He's not pitted yet, so it's difficult to know where everyone's going to pan out. He's very wide there, is Super Cam's. Sorry, it's Gary. Super Cam's is having a very good race though. He was leading for a long time, and just look this way. Where's Super Cam's? He's coming through Surtees, and Gary's just at the bottom of Hawthorns. So Super Cam's is going to regain the lead, but he's on racing mediums. He's decided to go on racing mediums. The two Subaru boys out, 1 and 2. Welly Bob still hasn't pitted. Look at that. He's done so well on those tyres. How long is Welly Bob going to stay out? He's doing so well to keep. He's done the best of the bunch of the tyre wear. Kept it clean. Really nice driving here from Kev. His name's not actually Bob, his name's Kev, believe it or not. Even though he's calling himself Welly Bob. Love to know where that name comes from, Welly. How did you get the name Welly Bob? Right. Gary's very weird inside line there. Let's have a look at Super Cam's line as he comes into turn 1. Super Cam's is more of the kind of line I'm driving. Very wide entry into turn 1 at Paddock Hill Bend. As is Welly Bob. As is everyone else. It's just Gary seems to take a very shallow line into turn 1. But in the meantime, here we go. So Fast JMS has caught up to Welly Bob. Oh, what's Dinky doing in all of that? Is Dinky trying to get out of the way? I think believe he is. Yes, he is. So Fast JMS now is pitted. He's going forward with the GTR. Welly Bob still could stay out for a few laps yet. He's taking it nice and easy though. Doing his best not to come off the track, and it's working for him. Still got a bit of a distance between himself here and Fast MS in fourth. Oh, that's a great line there from Fast MS through Hawthorne, coming up to Westlife. Gaining every single corner now. Got superior grip. Dingledale up to the sheen curve. No one's really got it too wrong in the sheen curve. Just as I say that, Welly Bob goes very wide. Welly Bob goes very wide at sheen curve. Manages not to bin it though, which is very crucial. So it doesn't lose too much time. So Gary is pitted. We're going to go back to Gary in a minute. Supercam's in first. This is a battle for position now. You've got SJB on racing softs with Welly Bob still not pitted on racing mediums. SJB, I wish you weren't lagging so much. I'd stick with you a bit longer, to be honest. Oh, Welly Bob gives out that position as well. He's not really fighting his Welly Bob. He needs to hang on a bit longer and fight these positions. Kev, give a bit more fight to it. Don't give up so easy. But good driving, mate. Really good driving. Doing a grand job, Kev. So what's just going on up here? We've got Dinky trying to... I don't know what he's doing here. He's getting involved with the second place driver, bump drafting him a little bit. Difficult to know what to do when you're a background like this in amongst all the top boys, especially if you feel like you're faster. Because I don't think he might be on racing, racing soft, so he's probably a little bit faster when he puts it together than Fast JMS. In the meantime, here we are up front. 24.5 minutes gone. 15 minutes to go. Supercams on racing mediums. Theoretically, he could drive this to the end of the race. He might be doing a one-stopper. Just his front left is the only concern, but I don't know, 15 minutes to go, it's possible. Second place, Fast JMS, he definitely could be one-stopping. He's probably got enough as SJB comes through and racing soft. So yeah, Fast JMS is not really fighting it. SJB on racing softs got the position now. Up to second place. He's at nearly off. Welly Bob nearly off. He's still not pitted. He's probably losing too much time. Look at Welly Bob's lap times there. He's done 25, 26, 25, 26, 28, 27. The last couple of laps, just not really got it together. Surfer on racing mediums has got the two Subaru boys. Nip and tuck, neck and neck. Down into Hawthorne, Surfer misses the apex slightly there. Gives Gary a little bit of an incentive to catch up to Westlife. He's on racing softs, right. This is what I wanted to watch, wasn't it? I want to see the line Gary is taking on a complete lap to see where he's going. Surfer on racing softs, racing mediums. He's on racing mediums, so yeah, Gary is definitely a bit sportier. Surfer's doing a grand job of holding him up though, which is great for all the other drivers. But Gary might have a hard time if he goes shallow into turn one. And he's made it work. Wow. Shallow into turn one. And that's where we've all been going wrong by the looks of it. Who's done the fastest lap? Berserker Boy, what have I done the fastest lap? When the hell did I do the fastest lap? I'm 23.185. Where am I? Oh, I'm racing softs now. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, I put my hazards on and I couldn't figure out how to turn them off. I remember them flashing and oh dear. Fortunately it's not too distracting. But yeah, Berserker Boy and Muzzy back in 8th place. Sort of no man's land at the moment. Obviously going to pit again as well. Right, let's go through the field. So, 13 minutes to go. Supercams is in first place and racing mediums might not have to pit again. SJB is in second. He's going to have to pit. Gary and Supercam's messed up. Yeah, I've got a feeling that something's not quite right with these boys up front. Supercams, that is a long old way to go. 13 minutes still on those tyres. I'm not sure that's doable. SJB's definitely going to have to pit. Fast JMS won't have to pit. I think Fast JMS is the person to keep an eye out for. Welly Bob's finally coming to the pits after 27 minutes. Fuel might be close. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it, Aaron. Yeah, so at the moment, really, I feel the race is on between... Gary brimmed it for some reason. Yeah, we'll see what happens here, but I think the race at the moment is basically between Fast JMS in third and Gary in fourth. These two boys could go to the end. 12 minutes to go, but you can see Gary's on racing softs. Now, I could only make racing softs last about 8 laps most, so that is still pushing it, even for someone on a wheel, to go, what's that, 12 laps? Well, that's doable. So Surfer's not too far behind that group, but then we've got a whole gaggle of drivers here. We've got Roadrunner in 6th, he's going to have to pit again. Berserker Boy, he's definitely going to have to pit again because he's on fumes in 7th. Welly Bobby's finally pitted, he's on racing softs, so he's pitted until the end now. Hopefully he's got enough fuel there as well. 12 minutes to go. Skippy is in 10th place. Maniac, who was up further up the field, is in, Skippy 9th. Maniac wasn't further up, he's in 10th place. He's got Pip close to him as well. Pip looks like he's got his fuel strategy a bit better. These two are definitely racing for position. Neither of these two are going to have to pit again. Oh, let's stay with this for a moment. It looks like Pip's got the speed to take that Aston. Oh, he's just a little too far away here. Westlife. Oh, going a bit too quick then at the Sheen curve. Coming around Sterling's. Skippy's into the pits in front of them. I think I'm with you, Aaron. I think some of the boys out front have got it slightly wrong in their pit strategies. I think things might change in the last few minutes of the race. Oh, there comes Skippy. He's going to join the battle right in the middle of these two. He ghosts through. Oh, he ghosted through Maniac there. It's back on board with Skippy. That was so close. It was in each other's cars. So these boys will now be fighting for position. Is anyone behind at all? No, just these three. Mickey moved back here in 12th. Blackie in 14th. Sorry, 13th. These two are fighting for position as well, looks like, yeah. Might be gone to the end, 10 minutes to go. Shaggy back here in 14th. And Dinky back here in last place, 15th. So, oh, that is really... I think Cams has messed this up. Surfer's coming to the pits. Oh, where are these two boys going to come out? Let's go with Roadrunner. Berserker boys into the pits. They're all coming in for their final splash and dashes. But where are they going to come out? Where are they going to come out? So Roadrunner's back in 7th. Berserker boy's not come out of the pits yet. Where's Maniac? Coming around, start, finish straight. Now, is Berserker boy going to come out the pits? In front of him? No. Here's Berserker. Berserker comes out right close. Ooh! Nearly puts Pip off. Let's have another quick look at that. Coming out the pits is really tricky at Brands. Ooh, we're just going on board with Pip there. Berserker boy gets... He's got nowhere to go with Berserker on the inside, and Pip... Berserker slightly touches. Fortunately, doesn't put Pip off. Berserker fighting for position, so 8th, 9th, 10th here, all racing to the finish. 9 minutes to go. Oh, Skippy gives Berserker a little bump up the inside there, coming down through the Cooper Straight as everyone's gone wide. There's places to be had here, I'm pretty sure. Racing to the end, these boys. That Mustang, really good torque. Coming down through Pilgrim's Drop to Hawthorns. Can Berserker make a move on Maniac? Maniac in front on racing soft, but his tyres are a little bit more worn. I've also noticed up front there's going to be a change. Right, let's go back up front. Right. So here we go. Super Cams is definitely staying out. He's got 8 minutes to go. Oh yeah, his fuel. Look at his fuel. You're right, Aaron. Well spotted. Super Cam's still got 8 minutes to go, and he's down to what's that? An 8th. Let's see how far ahead of Gary is. He's the length of the Pilgrim Straight. Because here's Gary coming into Hawthorns now, and there's Super Cams coming around through Dingledale. Yeah, he's on fumes. He's got to come in. Oh, he's got it wrong. You say that Gary's brimmed it. That's a good term. It's not really hurt him though. He's just racing soft tyres. He's doing so well on tyre wear. The Super Cam's coming in. Yep, he is. He has to come in. 8 minutes to go. I think that's his second pit stop now. So there's Gary. Gary's going to take the lead. He's not really had to fight for that lead, has he? He's had the place is gifted to him. He was race winner in race 1, and he's now with 6 minutes to go, 6.5 minutes to go, leading the race, fueled to the end. I wouldn't say suited to the end, because that's still quite a lot of wear to go on those racing soft tyres. He's going to have to be very, very gentle on them. It's just out. Here we go. Wow, here we go. So Super Cams has come out. Let's go back. Where did he? Let's go back to Super Cams' pit exit. Because Fast JMS is there. Goes Fast JMS. Oh, it's Mickey Moo. Oh, I thought that was someone else in 5th place. So it's just 2nd and 3rd place now together, racing until the end. Where's SJB? Just a few seconds off. In 4th. Where's Welly Bob? Been having a nice drive. He's been doing really well, Welly Bob. Kept it nice and clean. It's here in 5th place, but he's not far. Yep, there's Surfer. Battle for position, and Roadrunner behind him. Remember, Roadrunner was the pole sitter. You can see purple sector time, sorry. He was the fastest lap driver in race 1, so he's definitely got the pace to catch and pass those two boys in front. Whether he's going to get an opportunity to do it, looks like he's got his tyres and fuel just about right. 6 minutes to go. There's Berserker Boy, still with his hazard lights flashing. Still hasn't figured out how to turn them off. In fact, I gave up by this point. I couldn't figure out how to do it. Surf has put the fastest lap in at 1:23.059. That's Skippy behind. Yep, they're both fueled and suited and moving to the end. Yet again, Berserker's been harassed in the latter stages of a race. It was a hard night on a whole circuit. Alright, so in the meantime, back up front with... Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hang on a minute. And we're back. So yeah, Gary, who's certainly overfueled the car. 4 minutes to go. Doesn't seem to be affecting him at all though. He's got a nice lead between himself and Super Cams. Here in 2nd, the 2 Subarus with the Fast JMS in 3rd. Is Fast JMS losing touch now with Super Cams? Super Cams has a great drive. He had a terrible first race, but he's managed to show his quality in the second one. Started near the front and has kept it going out in front for out near the front for most of the race. He's definitely losing touch here is at Fast MS. He's on racing medium. Oh, that's why he is. There we go. Super Cam's on racing soft. Is that Gary up there? It is. Gary's going shallow. Let's go back. Oh, why is Gary going so shallow into turn 1? Answers on a postcard, please. Here he goes, shallow into turn 1. Perhaps he's just scared of binning it at Paddock Hill. You see, everyone else will be going very wide at Paddock Hill. Here goes Welly Bob, taking it fairly easy, but even he's wide. Sorry, SJP fairly wide. Right, so we're coming up to the grandstand finish now. Gary's fuel is hurting his tyres. Well, they should be hurting his tyres, but it doesn't look like it. There's Gary's tyres. He's doing so well on tyre wear. But Gary is not pulling away from Supercams. Supercams is catching him. Supercams has got his tactics right. Racing softs, fuel wear, he's definitely catching him on Gary because he's pulling away from Fast JMS here in third place. SJB's had a good evening as well. He's down in fourth. Surfer's got Roadrunner behind him. That's going to be going all the way down to the wire. Interesting to see. This is the closest battle we've got at the moment. You can see Roadrunner. It's got an opportunity. If Surfer makes one and tiny error, you go through Sterling's. He's got an opportunity to take fifth place. Seems to be a bit better on the brakes as well, does that Mercedes? I managed to say it right, instead of saying McLaren this time. You watch these two boys, they all go drift it wide at turn one, unlike Gary goes very shallow. Answers on the postcard, please. Why Gary goes so shallow at turn one. And he's also putting in quality lap times as well, despite that. Oh, this must be frustrating Roadrunner. I reckon he's got the pace here of Surfer. If you keep it close here into Surtees, you get a good run down through Pilgrim's Drop. It's not close enough. Not got the power down. See that Mitzi? Oh, sorry, is that the Mitzi? That's the Subaru. No, it is the Mitzi. Mitzi just pulls away from the Mercedes. Unlike the Mustang, I think the Mustang's got the best torque in this class, to be honest. Roadrunner still can't make a move yet, and we're running out of time now. We're basically down to about the last lap or two. Everyone's got through. Oh, that is close. With a sheen curve. Let's go back up front. See Gary. See, here he is, and his racing soft tyres. Shallow into turn one. Where's Supercams? He's gaining, but it's not enough. And he's also... Oh, Supercams has got his fuel wrong. Let's have a look. Supercams has not quite got his fuel strategy right. Supercams, I've got a feeling, is fuel for 40 minutes, not the 40... You really need to fuel for 42 minutes because you could end up on an extra lap. This is going to scupper his chances of winning this race. He is gaining on Gary. Look, the gap is coming down. Definitely close though. He's pushing hard in that Subaru to try and catch Gary in front. But Gary, oh, this is interesting. Gary is really suffering on tyres. He must see that Subaru behind him. There, the headlights. The Supercams behind. In the meantime, we've got another battle back here. We've got Fast JMS. With SJB is right up his tailpipes. Oh, it's all come together nicely now for the last couple of minutes of this race. SJB is looking very sporty on Fast JMS. Fast JMS, he's run out of fuel. He's going to run out of fuel. The fuel light's flashing. Oh, this could be... SJB is on racing softs. Fast JMS on racing mediums. It's not going to work. It's only a matter of time. But we are down to the final lap. Oh, we're running out of time. So Gary is going to win. Oh, by the skin of his teeth. If he'd had to do another lap, it could have been very interesting indeed. But here we go, double win for the night. Well done, Gary, in first place. Supercams in second. Fast JMS is going to hang on, surely, for third place, or is he? It's side by side, they got the line. Oh! Let's have another quick look at that. Now, I'm going to have to go on board with JMS because there's lagging going on. Let's see if I can stop this at the line. That's the line, and Fast JMS gets it. They've already passed the line, but you can see the momentum of SJB. Oh, that is close. That is really close. Wish I had the timings for this as well. But oh, what a superb finish for those two. Fast JMS is in third. SJB is in fourth. Nearly gets him. Surf has had a great race. He's managed to hang on to fifth place over Roadrunner here in sixth place. Welly Bob is on fumes as well. Coming across the line now in seventh place. Nice drive from Kev. Berserker had disaster at the start. He's on fumes. Coming across the line now in 8th place. Skippy, get on fumes. Oh, they've all got it tight, the fuel situation, right in the end. Skippy coming through in 9th place. Pip is going to finish in 10th. He's lost the front left. He's on fumes. He's ragging that Aston Martin in 10th. Maniac is going to finish in 11th. Here he comes now. And the rest of the field have finished already. Blackie was in 12th. Shaggy was in 13th. Mickey Moo 14th. And Dinky will bring up the rear. He's run out of fuel in 15th. Mickey Moo 14th and Dinky in 15th. There you go. That's your round 2 races 3 and 4 at Brand Stupid Hatch. Hope you enjoyed. See you again next time for more fun and games in the MRC GT3 World Series. Next week we are at, I believe, St. Croix B in reverse. So until then, see you later, chaps. See you later then. Bye.